Alexander, the #2 leading scorer in the NBA. That'll be a fun one. Kevin Harlan, Steve Nash, Stan Van Gundy.
Luka's gone so Hollywood.
Luka's gone Hollywood. He's gone Hollywood.
What a month of March he had.
This is Marcus Sasser on the drive down the lane, and Shannon got his hand caught in the cookie jar for the Timberwolves. No Anthony Edwards. Illness.
So much talk about the 65-game rule, and it's going to be really interesting, I think, Grady, at the end of the year to see if the league does make an amendment, given the participation, the statistical contributions that have been made by these guys this year. It's been historical, and it'd be a shame 10 years from now to look back and not give these guys the shine and the awards and the accolades that they deserve for performing the way they have.
To your point, Anthony Edwards may end up playing 64 games this season.
Yeah, no, it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't seem right, and maybe the league will do right.
That is Karis LeVert with a nice-looking J from the corner. Pistons with the 35-31 advantage. Highland tried a corkscrew pass that was easily intercepted. Detroit the other way. LeVert going at Reed. Got by him. Finished with the left.
Just great job of keeping the floor spread on the backside. No chance for Kyle Anderson to come over and be a detractor on that play. Good aggressive drive.
7 unanswered by the Pistons to start the second quarter. Randall drawing a crowd. 3 defenders. Gave it up to Shannon. Shannon splits the D. Outside Reed. 3-ball corner pocket. Of this second quarter for Minnesota. This is LeVert on the other corner. Air ball. Highland hit the turbo button. Over to Shannon. Shannon, 2 more.
I wonder how many times Bones Highland's been in the open floor and has to throw ahead. He's out there so fast, but Terrence Shannon, another great finish in transition, and the 2-on-1, a benefit to Minnesota out and running.
That pass to Herder, and just a lack of defensive awareness there. That ball just dropped into Herder's lap. And foul on the floor. James Capers all over it. Holland got upholding the call on the floor as Highland misses the 3. And as a ball, as an offensive player, as Reed got the block there.
All of issues is to not bring emotion into the discussion, and obviously you can see JB and Nas cooler heads prevailing. But he did get taken off his intended path, and I think even though contact from Nas, that's where the referees made the determination on the foul.
Reed chases down the rebound, so that'll be something to keep in mind if this game is close down the stretch. The Pistons out of challenges. How about Shannon squeezing that one through?
I mean, there's just not a lot of slowdown for Terrence Shannon. If there's an angle he can get his shoulders around, he's going to go to it.
Second year out of Illinois. Pistons out of control. Wolves gaining momentum. Randall won't take the 3. Nice jab step. Randall with the finesse. Timeout Detroit.
This one, so good sign that the confidence in Julius Randle's offensive ability coming back.
They need that assertiveness in the absence of Anthony Edwards. Asar Thompson outside. Robinson cut off on the drive. Flips it up. No, but a foul. Robinson in his first season in Detroit.
Interesting year. He's shooting 10% better at home than on the road from the 3-point line. So interesting to see if that trend continues come playoff time, but that's just a curious number.
And the Pistons eyeing that #1 seed in the Eastern Conference. DiVincenzo's pass deflected, knocked out of bounds. There's 6 on the shot clock for the
Fast.
Conley tossed it up. DiVincenzo made the catch and lays it in.
Great balance, great control, and then a tough finish over Holland for Dante to collect 2.
Minnesota 42, Detroit 41. Robinson lost it. Randall the other way. Randall, hard drive, outside look to Conley for 3.
Great setup by Julius. Mike Conley with his feet set. And Detroit just some open court, kind of driving too hard, a little bit out of control. Turnovers are turning into points for Minnesota.
Conley in his 19th season out of Ohio State. Thompson in the lane, won't go. Wolves enjoying their largest lead of the night. Randall And attack mode in the hands of Conley. Back to Randall, back to the basket on the baseline. Little crab dribble on Thompson. Shoulder fake, fade away, short. Holland behind the back. Holland outside. Sasser, a no-dip three is short. And having
what I'm hopeful for, Grady, is that they're eligible to provide playoff moments for us. Get healthy, play at that level. Enough about the 65-game rule. Just getting these guys back and on the floor to do what they do best, and that's lead their ball club.
Gobert can't hit. We know that both those guys make their respective teams championship contenders. A rifle pass. Robinson right between the eyes. DeSumo got it back from Gobert. Outside to Conley. Blocked! That was a volleyball rejection from Asar Thompson. Outside look. Javonte Green won't go during the offensive board. Pistons trying to regain the lead. Neither team is led by more than 6 as Gobert fouling. Shout out Ben Wallace. Talk about form.
We're not talking about when he gets home. He is sitting at his locker right after the game when guys are usually showered, trying to get out of the arena. He told me, I've always been that way, but I want to watch it when it's fresh, when there's plays that I know I want to look back at, and obviously those good habits are paying dividends.
No doubt about it. Here's DiVincenzo. Up top to Conley. Now it's DeSumo. Shot clock winding down on Minnesota. 4 seconds. This is Conley. Quick trigger and score.
How much did my... Up 7 here.
Both teams shooting better than 50% from the floor so far in this first half. Rocket pass over to Duren. Toss it up. How about Thompson making a ridiculous catch? Going at DeSumo here. Dump off to Duren. Duren seeing a crowd. Thompson. Outside look. Green got it off. Well off the mark. Another rebound for Gobert. His 4th of the first half. And Jenkins slaps it out of bounds.
An out-of-bounds possession here.
Kyle Anderson on the drive. Step throw. Slow-mo. Can't get it to go. Pistons trailing by 7. Thompson. The turnaround game won't go. And DeSumo the other way. Pass up ahead. Gobert couldn't make the grab. It's out of bounds to Detroit.
You can see Minnesota is just really comfortable sitting back against this Detroit team. Other than Duncan Robinson, they're going to allow some of these guys to take shots, especially when Thompson and Green are out there sitting back, trying to collect any kind of action coming to the paint.
Again, Detroit beat Minnesota by 22 points on Saturday, outscoring the Wolves 60-32 in the paint. Shot clock winding down. Duren, long two. You'll see